Madara, and I wasn't mad at that whatsoever because I'm a huge Naruto fan, and he's on the tank, and I truly believe tank is one of the hardest roles, if not the hardest role in the game. Team Guilty looking very good against the Nightmare Academy, this was actually my first look at them again during the watch party. Drone Master very often on the Phoenix was very impressive, but the most impressive thing to me was my man Affecting, who I found out is a controller player playing on PC and playing at a semi-pro level. That is absolutely incredible. I mean, we've seen some controller players look very good, like the TTKs on the tank, or even some DPS players, but the one role I didn't expect to see high-level support play or high-level controller play would actually be support. It is so tough. I do it myself, so big shout out to Affecting and how he's able to affect the game with his controller support play. Sadly, wasn't able to get the win here. He would be down in lower bracket, but they still had a chance to move on. And moving on to our most competitive matchup that we saw, Ego Death and Flark. This is what everybody wanted to talk about. So we had Team Flark, and although probably the worst name in the world as far as a competitive esports team, it was probably one of the more recognizable names or recognizable teams as far as names go that were in this tournament. A lot of people's favorites. BTS, Bedtime Story, Gale, who was going by Ryan Gosling, Gilbert Noodle, Guru, who is going by Tim the Tat Band as well, Aramori, one of the best female competitive players that we have, not only in this esport, but across all esports, and Pizza Demon as well on the support. This Flark was a star-studded roster, but they weren't able to get the win against Ego Death, and this was my first introduction to the squad itself. We had Valentina also battling it out with Aramani. It was ladies' night of Ego Death, which was really fun to watch. Valentina Eve was absolutely impressive, but I was also impressed with Baser and how many final hits they were able to get as a support player. I couldn't even tell he was a support player. I thought he was a freaking DPS with how many final hits they were getting. And then, of course, you had Tones and Soko being an amazing front line. And Zytex, who was a fan favorite in the chat, and very good, by the way, very consistent. But the dynamic plays, the plays that would just like pop off, random quad, change the course of a fight, really kind of felt like it belonged to Self. Self was just making plays that seemingly out of nowhere that just immediately turned the fight or solidified control in their favor. And it was a great team effort by Ego Death, who were taking the game 5 by Flark, but ultimately taking the win against